Hey Pleiadian Starseeds, welcome to Starseed Energetics. My name is Ashtara and I'm going to be doing your November reading. Without further ado, I'm going to get into your reading. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, or if you really enjoy my calibration, you can check out my Patreon page. You'll have different tiers where I do deeper healing work and transmissions and calibrations. So let's get into it. It's so weird because a lot of the star system messages are very similar, and I feel like this is just, maybe it's a universal flow, but a lot of people are recalibrating their soul group. A lot of people are upgrading the resonance bandwidth between your soul family. So even if you thought that you had achieved a good, network of people, a lot of them are getting filtered out right now. And so as you can see, Three of Cups being like this tribal energy, and then the Ten of Swords, like you're doing another spring cleaning when it comes to people. And there's different layers to this, and so don't feel too heartbroken about this, but sometimes it's like detoxing. There's just layers and layers and layers of people who need to fall out of your life. And then we have the Hanged Man here with the Page of Pentacles. So some kind of offer or some kind of physical, expression of what you've been trying to manifest is really on hold. And I feel like the reason for the slow pace is because you need to form another pillar of a belief system, or you need to perceive something else in a different way. So this is an example that I can give really easily. Is if you have a main source of income, for instance, and you're waiting for that to just multiply and it's taking its long time, then it means that you need to reevaluate your kind of income streams and think and have a new system in place that the main source of income is just going to be a side income, and there's got to be different income streams that are going to multiply even if your main source of income didn't multiply. So that's like an example that I can give because it's a grounded kind of message that I'm getting here. So you want to reevaluate, like even when it comes to health, because also health is a grounded expression. What is it that you need to establish or re-perceive about your own health that, it could just be one belief system that you need to take and install within your system in order to really see the progress. Here we have the King of Swords and the King of Cups. I want to clarify for this one. King of Rods, Page of Swords. Okay, a lot of you guys are actually like moving through daddy issues. That's a very general term to describe this relationship that you have between the different elements of your masculine energy. And so most of you need to really think how you structure your life, how you systemize your life, where can that have some improvement. So whether it comes to your thought strategies, your mental strategies, your physical strategies, your emotional strategies, or your creative strategies, you want to really re-perceive how you systemize each and every sphere and see if there's gotta be an easier way to tap into this. Another example that I can give is with intermittent fasting, which is one of the best health strategies you can make use of, unless you have some kind of special condition. This guy who really popularized it, his name is his YouTube channel is Kino Body. I love all those kinds of rational people. I enjoy their perspectives, but basically he talks about trying to count the different time of your intermittent fasting is really difficult. So what you can basically do is whenever you get up, you just don't eat for the first 6 hours. And so if you get up at 7 in the morning, you wouldn't start eating at the same time as if you got up at noon. You know what I mean? So that's just a really massive example that I can give in terms of how you're strategizing your life. And I feel because a lot of you have walked this path of personal evolution for such a long time that you feel you have the best strategies, but they need to kind of evolve right now. Strength, the Lovers, and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so many of you are struggling with relationships, which is not a surprise, especially if you're going through this fallout of your soul family tribe. Things are gonna get and pick up its speed when it's divine timing. But right now you need to focus on your inner strength and your inner kind of resilience when it comes to this. And I feel like the relationship that will really help you thrive is not a traditional relationship from the get-go, and that goes into the area of your friends, your family, your coworkers, your romantic partners. In all of those areas, you need to strategize how you categorize people. You need to strategize the different compartmentalization of people's roles in your lives, because I think that there's something missing that you're not perceiving about yourself, and then what truly makes you thrive and what you really want. So I think the best way to kind of go about it is tune into your highest vision of yourself and the highest kind of priority that you have in your life, which I think you already have that established, right? And instead of thinking that separately from your relationship, from your money, and from your different aspects of your life, like your health and whatever, you need to take it backwards from the highest vision. So when you're tuned into your highest vision, what kind of relationship do you have there? Instead of thinking, okay, that's my highest vision, and how can I work out my relationships in order to meet that? It's like, meet the highest vision and then figure out the relationships, and then figure out the different aspects of your life, if this is making sense to you right now. Okay, 1 second. Prepare for a major event, fulfilling opportunities on the horizon, take a stand, think outside of the flock, and move with the flow. I think that you're not understanding the value that you have in people's lives by simply just being in their lives. And so you're definitely really outside of, you know, the matrix, the flock. And I think you take that for granted, that you have different values, and it's time to fully embody your values. And when I tune into your highest vision, like when you tune into your highest goals and your highest vision, I think that you don't fully believe that's possible until some things take place in your life already. So it's like you're still separated from your highest vision for some reason, but you need to stop viewing your highest visions as that, and you need to know that your highest vision, you know, what you don't realize is, like, if something is possible, like if something is imaginable, and if something is a possibility, then it's only in your mental field of grasp because it's a probability. So whether the chances are very slim or not, the fact that you can fathom the possibility of anything is probable. But the only difference is, like, is it for the highest good, right? But if you know that it's for the highest good, and if it really aligns with your oversoul, which you will know that it does align because of the way it makes you feel, tuning into your highest vision will make you feel a certain way that no other visualizations or kind of like ego-based desires will make you feel. When you tune into your oversoul's vision, whether it's something that you cannot possibly imagine or not, it's not even of a question if it's good for the good of society or not. It's just, it'll take you to a place where your frequency just becomes automatically boosted up to a level that it wasn't before. So it's like, at times you forget your highest vision, you forget to think about it. But when you are unable to move through a situation, when you're unable to create a certain life for yourself, or when you're unable to maintain certain things that you truly want, that you think you want, for example, if it's like being the best version of yourself, or doing a lot of work, or when you're trying not to procrastinate and stuff like that, what you're lacking there is that you're not tuned into your highest vision. Like, you're forgetting about it. When you can make a link between what it is that you want as from an egoic perspective versus what your soul truly thrives on, when you make the connection that those two are connected, otherwise your ego-based desires are running on some false templates which are making you feel like what you want is out of alignment. But when you make that connection between your soul's drive, purpose, and mission versus what are the next steps to make your life more fulfilled, then it'll feel quite effortless. But with that being said, I feel that you need to just really stand for yourself, knowing that that vision that you have and that drive for that vision that you have is really outside of what most people can even think of. But it's a possibility and a probability for you for a reason. And if somebody were to ask you what is that thing that you truly desire deep inside, 99.9999% of the world will not have the same answer as you. And the reason why I say this, I'm not just pulling this out of nowhere. I'm reading your energy, I'm reading your cards, all right? And a lot of people complain like, oh, you don't show the cards and whatever, but it's because like I can't possibly describe to you why I'm getting the messages out of these cards. So it's like, I don't know. Anyway, actually not a lot of people complain, I'm just joking. Only a couple people say that. Most of you are super freaking high caliber frequency and you don't complain about anything that I do. Thank you. Okay, but anyway, really fulfilling opportunities on the horizon. It's gonna be a major turn in your life, and you know that this is coming. And I think that you've known that this was coming from a while back, like even years and years ago. You knew that something like this was gonna happen, but it took a really long time to happen. And the difference is like, now you don't have these expectations, and now you don't feel this kind of anxiety or doubt, and it's just coming. And you need to just really, when it comes to people, you need to realize you have a lot to offer. Whether your vision came true or not, you're stepping into a place where you're going to be at a very powerful position, all right? And a lot of people will want a part of that, and it's not because they're ego driven, it's just nature of energy, you know? It's like how plants will grasp towards the sunlight. A lot of people who are not on the same caliber will try to reach to you, and it's just natural. It's okay. You need to be the one that's setting the boundaries. You need to be the one that's like, this is what I can offer as an interaction. This is how much I can, you know, exchange as an energy form, and that's it. And if they don't like it, then they can just like not take part of that. But you being the one that is completely outside of the flock, you need to be the one creating these boundaries, and that boundary is not going to be a stern boundary. It's going to be moving, it's going to be flowing, and you have to release a lot. I feel a lot of different elements and aspects and habits in your life, but it doesn't seem like it's a very difficult energy that you're going through. But and anyway, what you need to know is that there's a major event, first of all, that is happening, and is going to open a complete portal to really fulfilling opportunities. And this is something that's just totally going to change like every area of your life. There's a card in the in one of my decks that is like the magical map shifter. It's like one missing element that really completely shifts the perspective of every other area in your life. That's kind of like the energy that I'm getting here with your oracle cards, okay? So my advice to you would be whatever I've been saying thus far, but I think the one that comes up the most is like that meditation card. You know, take 1 hour out of your day and sit. And then maybe it doesn't have to be 1 hour, maybe it could be 45 minutes, maybe it could be 30 minutes, but aim for 1 hour every single day. And you don't have to do this for the rest of your life, just for the next few weeks, maybe just until December, I don't know, but just do that, okay? Because there's a lot of shifts and there's a lot of changes, and when you are aware that you magnify that change, like the transformation is occurring anyway, period. But and most likely there's going to be people that enter your life that are just completely different caliber than you have associated with before, and a lot of it has to do with your release of certain cords and energies, and so there's room for new people, and that's happening here. But in order to move through that gracefully, it's a huge transition. When you meditate, you basically assimilate the new energy and you release the old, and that will truly totally help you, and call in the protection, because you're like a blazing light that's like anchoring new pillars of light. And so not to attract too many parasites, you just need to sometimes invoke it, because you forget to invoke it, but you can, you know, like just invoke whatever collectives or deities or beings or angels that you resonate with to call in that strong protection. And that pillar of light, whatever pillar of light it is, I recommend, you know, traditionally it's a lot of gold and white is protective. I like invoking plasmic platinum, and you can do, you know, different layers of color. You can add violet to that, you can add blue light, you know, with Archangel Michael, or you can add like a layer of whatever light that resonates with you. Pink light, pink, blue, and violet, all of that kind of works, you know, it's up to you. So that's the end of your reading. Thank you so much for resonating with me. Again, I have a Patreon that gives out deeper transmissions and healing work every month, so check that out, and I will see you in December.